Hello, it's story time again. Now, did you like last time when we talked about Schmorgy Borgy, the little baby dragon? Well, we'll do something else this week. And have you noticed something different? I've got a different hat on. I've got lots of hats and I shall wear a different one every time. Now, I brought with me two little friends. Are you ready to see them? There now. Two little teddies. There's Tiny Ted and Little Ted. They're going to sit quietly and listen to the story because I'm going to talk about not two teddies, but something we do at the library. Two little dicky birds. Do you remember that one? Let's do it. Two little dicky birds sitting on the wall. One called Peter, one called Paul. Fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter, come back, George. Oh, that's not right, is it? It's not George, is it? Have I got it wrong again? I usually do. Let's do it again properly, and you help me this time. Two little dicky birds sitting on the wall. One called Peter, one called Paul. Fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter, come back, Paul. Yes, we got it right this time. Right, time for a story. This one's called The Hare and the Tortoise. Now, a hare is like a big rabbit. There's a drawing I've made of a hare. Isn't he nice? The hare and the tortoise. And you know what a tortoise looks like? There's my drawing of a tortoise. Now, hares can run very, 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 very fast, but tortoises go very, very slow. So this is a story about a race between a hare, like that, and a tortoise, like that. All good stories start with once upon a time, don't they? So with me, once upon a time, there was a hare who was always boasting about how fast he could run. He kept saying, I can beat anybody in the world in a race. And a tortoise, who was listening, said, well, I think I could beat you. The hare laughed and said, what, with your ploddy little feet and carrying that big shell with you? Nanny, 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 you've got no chance. He teased the tortoise and made everybody laugh at him. Oh, Tortoise was a bit sad about that. Anyway, they both lined up for the race and everybody counted down for the start. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Off the hare shot, legs flying and big ears laid flat. The tortoise watched him and sighed, oh, that looks very tiring. I think I'll have a little rest before I start. After a few minutes' rest, he did get going, each leg slowly moving forward in turn. With his heavy shell on his back, he couldn't really run, so he just plodded a little faster than he usually did. The hare reached the halfway point, looked back at the tortoise plodding along and stopped. He laughed to himself and thought he was going to win very easily, so he may as well have a rest. It was a lovely day. There were lots of dandelions among the grass. Hare loved dandelion leaves, so he ate a lot of them, then lay down in the grass and looked up at the blue sky. He felt a little sleepy. Tortoise was still plodding on, very slowly. Hare fell asleep. Tortoise reached halfway where Hare was sleeping and snoring, smiled to himself and just kept plodding towards the finishing line. Hare suddenly woke up and looked back to see how far Tortoise had got. To his surprise, he couldn't see Tortoise behind him. When he turned and looked towards the finishing line, he was horrified to see that Tortoise was nearly there. Tortoise just kept plodding. Hare started to run as fast as he could, but when he was in sight of the finishing line, he heard lots of cheering and saw that Tortoise had plodded across the finishing line first. Tortoise was now very happy. Hooray! The Hare said to the Tortoise, I was wrong. You did beat me, and I shouldn't have teased you. And from then on, Hare and Tortoise became very good friends, but they never raced each other again. But they all lived happily ever after. The end. How's that then for a little story? We'll do some more next time I see you. Bye! Bye!